Hey everybody, Eric Thurber here from Thurber Shots, and today we're going to feature some footage of the Hayes Valley Circus by Circus Bella. That's part of the free event that they had down at the Hayes Valley Carnival a few days ago over the weekend. It's a really neat free event in San Francisco. Check it out next year. There's a lot going on in this park down there, and a lot of really cool people. So the goal of today's flight is to, well, capture great footage, of course, but we also want to talk about what it's going to take to do this legally, right? And it's a thing, as you guys know who follow my work. So let's talk about what's necessary here in order to pull this flight off. And we'll talk about this also during the footage as well, but I wanted to just give kind of an upfront on it. So we do need operational waivers, right? We have our 107, Part 107, but specifically for this, we're talking about operations over people and operations over moving traffic. So that's the Part 107.145 and Part 107.39. You can look those up if you're interested in applying for those waivers through the FAA. And we can talk about the specifics in another video perhaps. It's kind of an involved process. But once you get them, they're good for a couple of years. So with those waivers, there are a few catches, right? One is going to be a parachute, and that's provided by Para-Zero. You got to have a strobe. You got to have prop guards. Maybe you don't have to have the prop guards if you have the parachute, but I did include them as part of the stipulations with my waivers. So I add them regardless. And it's an extra layer of protection that really doesn't hurt to have on your drone. And finally, of course, you need a visual observer. So you'll see all this here before we lift off. I'll kind of go over it and show it to you what it looks like. And then we also double check our AirAware app and make sure there's no TFRs, no games in a stadium within 3 miles of where I'm flying. This is a big thing. You always have to watch for them because especially during baseball season, you'll have afternoon games and that kind of thing. So that's it. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm getting ready to drone at this Hayes Street Circus. Let's walk in here and take a look at the setup. It's loud, so get ready. Really cool stuff here. This is the rig. Got a nice little launch point back here. Also have a visual observer who does not want to be on camera, but this is my spot, as you can see. I'll be able to zip up, get over 134 feet, so this activates this. In fact, I'll turn that on now just to get everything in order. And yeah, let's take it up for a test flight. Here we go. All right. Turn on the strobe. So you may be asking, why a strobe in the middle of the day? Well, it's the law. So if I want to be able to fly this over people, you got to have a visual observer, of course, and a strobe and a parachute. Prop guards are optional, but I do put them on just in case. Because the intention is to fly over traffic and people, and to legally do so, we have to have all of this in order. Okay, good. So we're waiting on satellites. We got 11. All right, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to kick. That way we can sync. All right. Wait for people to go by. Okay, this is added weight, so it really brings down the batteries. Up we go. So before doing this, I had to check the app and make sure there was no flight restrictions, no games, any of that. Got my person watching out for me too. That down, hit the record button. Let's just get some crowd shots while we're waiting here. There we go. It's a great crowd. Can't wait for the circus to start here. We'll get some of the performers from the other side over there. You can see that rooftop across the street. That's where I'm going to head. I just kind of want to get some angles here. So, set up the screen record and go. All right. Across the street. Even with all this crap I have on it for safety, I still, when I'm not directly over people for any reason, I will still avoid, I'll fly past that aren't, directly over them. Just an extra measure of precaution. Okay? So let's get some, let's zoom in on this. I think this angle from across the street's really going to be what we want, so we can capture them in the act. I'll put this guy into cine mode so it's nice and slow. And I'm just keeping the ring centered. Let everything else fall into place. So we're right at the threshold of where we need to be to make sure that this parachute will deploy. Let me back up a little more. So everything is legit here. Let's go again.
How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man.
I bet you are.
I'm live, or I'm not live streaming, but I'm blogging here. See, this guy.
I see.
You don't have to be on camera.
No, I know.
But yeah.
No, I'm just checking in with you before we start.
Oh yeah, so I'm just up here getting some test footage now.
I love it.
Yeah, you can see
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, so I'm there. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's awesome.
drop down a little bit more so I can see. Yeah, so we can. This is the kind of footage we're after, compression, right?
That's terrific.
You got the crowd, you got everything in there. So we'll change the battery before the main show, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to get some preliminary shots here.
No, I appreciate it. I love seeing all these people out to see the show.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
Yeah.
The goal is to capture it, man. We really want to capture it.
Yeah.
So,
This is awesome. Thank
yeah,
you.
sure. That's Ruben, our trusty filmmaker. He's doing a documentary on this, by the way. So let's back up a little bit more. Like I said, I got another set of eyes on these. Let's get this into. So the more sets of eyes on your drone, the better. So we're really going to zip over some rooftops here. Okay. Now, why am I going so far back, you might ask? Because I want to zip in on this guy. Zoom. Okay, there we go. We're going to add some altitude here. Okay, so I'm going to go to the left here, but before I do, I'm going to just double check everything. Go back to my 1X, circle around. This is just a good rule of thumb. Do this and make sure there's no other buildings or anything around you at 162. So let's zoom back into 7X. All right. Okay. And now let's go ahead and do some recording and swinging. This is really going to move. So now we're adding a little bit of, motion from the rooftops and that kind of thing. They look a lot lower than they are, but these are just really good reveal shots. You see how we're coming out here? Boom. Good. Let's stop here.